Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to our channel Team Square, where we're looking forward to create a brand new series on our next set of tutorials on ISTQB Advanced Level Test Management, which was earlier called as Test Manager. And as a part of this particular tutorial, we'll be talking about the details of this examination in depth, that what is the syllabus all about, what the examination structure is, what the scoring system would be, and how much time will you get to answer this examination. And at the same time, we'll help you align with your prerequisites and many more things coming up next. So let's look into that and get started with it. To begin with, the very first information we have for you is that the test manager syllabus was recently revised after 2012. It revised in 2024, and in 24 they created a new version of it, which is 3.0, and also renamed the syllabus from test manager to test management. Indeed, the content is pretty much going to remain same. However, some of the concepts from the 2.0 has been removed and advanced to the latest definitions or the latest meaning of different concepts of the test management as a part of this particular syllabus. So let's get into that and understand what exactly this examination is all about and what someone needs to do in order to prepare for it. So to get started, the very first thing we're talking about is the introduction to ISTQB. However, given that we must have been already through that, because at a manager level you have done your foundation level, and in case not, then it's just a part of code of ethics that we should tell you about what is ISTQB. ISTQB is an international body which is based out of Belgium, non-profit organization which decided to help QA professionals get certified just like any other people. So they created plenty of certifications in order to help QA professionals to recognize themselves as more about their profile, their work culture, and their knowledge of testing. And that is where this is another certification which we are talking about. Just a moment here to understand. We are looking at the next topic, which is to understand the certifications. As you see on the screen, we have so many certifications, and it's quite often possible that not everyone is really aware of all of those certifications which ISTQB has to offer them. So just to spend a little moment here, you start your journey right at the bottom, which is ISTQB foundation level. And once you are foundation level certified, your gates to all of the directions open. That means you can get through the Agile certifications, you can start with your core level certifications, or you can even step into the specialist certification. To start with specialist, of course, we have two different types of certifications here. One, if you are a portfolio holder, like you are usability tester, automation tester, security tester, performance tester, or maybe acceptance tester, then you can look one among them. Or if you are working for a particular domain or practice or type of product, you can also look forward to certifications like AI testing, automotive testing, gambling industry testing, game testing, etc. Or if you certainly talk about the one which is in the middle, that is core, this is more related to your experience. So they are independent of domain and anybody can take this up. So we can have test analyst, technical test analyst, and test manager is the one we are looking at right now. And on the other hand, we do have the expert level certification, which is mainly after the advanced level. And one can look forward to become a test director or test consultant to add more value to their portfolio, being an independent contributor to the organization or being an independent assessor to the process. And on the third, we have Agile, of course, and Agile are again having two certifications at foundation and advanced level, and helps you get certified with Agile tester or Agile technical testers. So at this point of time, we would just like to tell you that ISTQB foundation level is not only the certification we have. We have got a lot of other certifications for you, so one should look forward to describe their portfolio and the need of certifications, and this can help them to at least understand that there are many more things which they can look forward to get certified with. And that's where it becomes very important for us to collect the data and information about each one of them. So a simple source is ISTQB official website, which is istqb.org, and you can find everything related to any examination in detail there. But this video is regarding test management, so let's continue further. The next topic we have for you to talk about is the local body conducting examination. So one should be very much aware of that ISTQB is based out of Belgium but has recognized uh, country member boards in every single country. And that is where people from different countries can take the examinations under ISTQB. So say for example, if you're in India, you can take it from Indian Testing Board. If you are from Sri Lanka, you can take Sri Lankan Testing Board, Saudi Arabian Testing Board, UK and Ireland Testing Board, or there are some open bodies as well like Brightest or ISQI, and you can take examination from there as well. In case your country does not have a member board, which is highly impossible, but if there are some countries where we don't have a board, you can take it from any neighboring country board or maybe open bodies like a Brightest or ISQI as well. Okay, so that's pretty much to talk about what is local body conducting examination. Again, the next important parameter here is to talk about what's the cost. The cost would be approximately around $149. Okay, but it varies from country to country. Some countries it might be $100, some country it can be cheaper than $100 as well, or it can be maximum up to $149, which is $150, right? So you must look forward to take care of that, like your country, what kind of board you are approaching, and what could be the cost of them. You should always check with them. So there's no standard pricing. It may vary between $100 to $150 for any examination. And same way for advanced level, it can be more expensive. So again, you can have it between $100 to $200 depending on the country you are approaching. Okay, and yeah, that's very important to know. And the next thing we talk about is the validity. Of course, the validity generally remains for lifetime because concepts do not retire. Many of us do not understand the value of the certification. The value of certification is very simple. They are not tool or language specific, that they do change over a period of time. This is concept, and concepts remain the same forever. That's the reason your certification would remain for lifetime as valid, and you don't have any maintenance examination, so you don't have to rewrite it again and again. As well as if in case the syllabus changes, this is completely your willingness if you would like to write the examination again, but the board does not demand you to write it again. Okay, so there is no kind of like repetitions or kind of maintenance examinations for ISTQB. Okay, so that's pretty much what we wanted to talk about with respect to the cost and validity. Moving on to the next, here we are talking about the examination structure in particular. The very first point is the prerequisite. I would like to let you know when it comes to the test manager or test management examination, the prerequisite is foundation level. That means one should be foundation level certified in order to apply for this examination. If you are one who says that I have 10 years of experience and I would like to approach the test manager certification directly, can I do that? Answer is absolutely no. As per the rules and regulations of ISTQB, one should hold ISTQB foundation level certification irrespective of their experience to apply for this examination. The examination will be objective itself. That means many people think, will the manager exam be subjective? Answer is no, it's gonna be objective and will consist of questions with 50 counts. That means there will be 50 questions in the examination and they will be scenario based, of course. Okay, it's not going to be like your foundation or any other examination. You will have long passages, and from the passages you need to derive the answers. So the most important thing here to understand is you should have the mindset and skills of test manager already in order to start preparing for this examination. So your experience will add that value, but certainly your preparation will involve you to drill your mind down to come to the conclusions to the right answer. At the same time here, of course, the duration which will be provided to you is going to be 120 minutes. That means 2 hours. And earlier in the previous version, it was 65 questions with 180 minutes. But in this new version, you have only 50 questions and 120 minutes. Okay. And regarding the schedule, you need to check with your board that when are they conducting the next examination for the public. But if you are taking it on request basis, then you can schedule a date and you can take it online or offline both. But if it comes to offline, you need to select your test center while doing the registration. And that is where it would be very crucial for you to select the right country, right city, and right test center. Okay, but this is only applicable for offline examinations, but you can pretty much take this online as well, where a proctor will be monitoring you throughout the examination and you can go ahead and do that. Further to add here, of course, the passing criteria, which is very important. Of course, the 50 question will not have even distribution of marks. Put together, there will be total of 88 marks which you can score, and out of that, you need to get 58 marks or more to pass the examinations. So that's pretty much the basic cutoff of ISTQB examinations, which is 65%, and they look forward to have this as a minimum cutoff to get qualified. So 58 on 88 or anything higher is what we consider as a success, right? And finally, of course, we have told you that there's a new revision here that is 3.0. So what you will be covering in this playlist will be the version 3.0. However, I already have a playlist which is 2.0, but that's going to be retired pretty soon, as not all the local countries conducting the examinations have already rolled out the new version. So I took a little long to prepare this playlist. It's just because the 3.0 was not having examinations. However, the revision was done back then in June 2024. So it takes almost 6 to 9 months for every organization, every country to roll out the examinations for a new syllabus. So that's the reason I didn't want people to get confused. So now it's ready, right? So let's move on to the next. And of course, here we are telling you about the syllabus. Let's not be surprised that there are only 3 chapters, so it should be very small. Now, it just looks like it's just simple 3 chapters, but there are many sub-contents under each one of them. So chapter 1 will mainly talk about all the major test activities and will include many things related to activities like planning, monitoring, control, estimations, etc. And that pretty much covers a lot of things for us to understand that how exactly does it go, what exactly is the significance of each and every activity which we conduct as a part of the process. At the same time, if I look at the second one, this chapter 2 will talk about managing the product, and here we will be covering things like matrices, estimation, defect management, etc. And again, in each one of them, you will have more details. And then the chapter 3, which is going to be a little straightforward, that is the test team, and managing them includes the skill set, competencies, how exactly do you talk about assessing and developing the member skills, and how exactly do you deal with the stakeholder relationship. So put together, these 3 chapters will have some limited content to that of the previous version. It is now reduced, but at the same time, it will have a lot of content for you to discuss, understand, and manage them, right? So this is the 3 chapters which we'll be preparing for as a part of our tutorials. Moving on to the next thing we are talking about is the K levels. And K levels, as you already know from your foundation or the certifications, represents the knowledge level. So you can always download the official copy of the syllabus from ISTQB website. And as you download that, you would find every single topic is marked with a K level. Okay, that means it represents what type of questions are expected from each of these topics. If you say K2, it means understand. It simply means one thing, that is a topic is brief, to the point, and you just have to kind of answer the things which are mentioned in the syllabus. Whereas K3 is more of apply. That simply means that you will have to apply with the knowledge back during the examination to conclude the answer. And K4, which means analyze, is going to be a scenario-based question, where a scenario and situation in a company, like what kind of activities are happening, what kind of team do you have, what kind of progress we have made so far, and based on that, we have to analyze the situation and then conclude with the right answer. And that's what would be called as K4. And you might be surprised why did not I talk about the K1, because K1 is covered in foundation level itself, so you don't have any questions related to K1 or any topic related to K1. So there will be no straightforward questions at this level. So you will only have K2, K3, K4, and all you will have to do is have the mindset and skill set of a manager to tackle the situations. So that's pretty much what we had from this particular tutorial team. Given that this is an introduction tutorial about the examination, from the next one we'll start working on the content and help you understand every single topic step by step. So stay tuned for that. That's all from this particular tutorial team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.